Vanakkam, good morning, namaste. So this is the last day of the workshop and I was feeling nostalgic that we are already going to miss Sethuraman Krishnamoorthy. We had such a great treat in last 3 days on Six Sigma and we started with the idea of bringing benefit to the research, the Ayush community, the Ayush industries, the yoga practitioners out there. And I hope you have all benefited. We discussed in the first day about identifying a problem, defining a problem. We were structuring our thoughts as Sethuramanji talked from one day to the second day. Second day, he talked about analysis, various tools of analysis. So you were helping Sethuramanji, you were helping us to structure our thoughts and we were putting our experiences and our processes into order. So it's very nice. And yesterday, then we talked about root cause analysis and yesterday, of course, solutions. So if we have a problem, we are defining it, if we are able to analyze it, and then we are able to find a solution, what to do after this? So the most important thing a lot of people miss is how to sustain the solution. So you start a new thing, it's easy to start. Very few people analyze, okay, some people can analyze, and some people can also troubleshoot and form a solution, find a solution. But how many people can sustain the solution and live a self-sustaining or productive professional life? So this is going to be the theme of today. I promised that this is going to be a very good workshop, and it was. And today is going to be the peak. So we'll let Sethuramanji join the audience in his discourse, and I'm going to let him speak. For those who couldn't join the first 3 days, don't be disappointed.
Okay.
All of
I
them.
think
You're going to find all of them, or you're going to find all of them. So over to Sethuramanji, who's a mathematician and a Six Sigma belt, and he has done more than 150 Six Sigma workshops. He loves to train students, he has many mentees, and he loves to talk about Six Sigma. So let's hear more about how to sustain the solution. Over to Sethuramanji. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Again, let me start the program with one promise to Akshayji. You were saying, this is the fourth day we are going to miss Sethuraman. No, you will never miss me because I am there. You can count on me for anything at any point of time. With that, promise to Dr. Akshay, let me start today's program. Today's program, as he said, sustenance. Why sustenance? Why sustenance is required? So I want to give a common example. Again, a hotel or a food example. Many people ask me, why all the time you're getting into coffee and, the food examples? My answer is one. If I'm going to talk about a specific example, other people may not be, specific industry, other people may not be able to appreciate. Food, all of us eat. So all of us know it. And in the recent days, in the COVID time, I also find a lot of time to get into the kitchen and do experiment certain things. That's the reason, I keep talking. Now, imagine a hotel. There is a chef and he has certain, 10 people under him. He need to train people. So what he has done is, in the hotel, he want to have some, 100 recipes. He has some 100 dishes, 150 recipes. He want any hotel. So what happens is he's calling his team and say, I'm going to teach you how to make a coffee. Right? He taught very beautifully. Everybody learned it. People thought, fantastic. We learned how to make coffee. So now everybody can make the coffee the same way the chef makes. Beautiful. Chef makes wonderful. Let me move on. So people, after some time, chef after a week, chef called everybody. I'm going to teach you how to make chicken biryani. Now he taught. And third, now a couple of months later, he taught another dish. Now what happened? There are two things happening. The people who learned coffee in the first week, they gone to different jobs. They didn't practice how to make coffee every time. They got different jobs. One. Two, there are new joinees came in. Now what happened? Chef bought the fourth item. But people said, hold on. The old people saying, you know what? We forgot how to make the coffee. The new people said, coffee? How to do that? The chef again has to start from the scratch of teaching how to make coffee. Again, second, third, situation change. Lifetime, you will not be able to reach the fourth. Right? Hope you understand the problem. Now, what the chef does, if the chef would have done this, he is writing a SOP, how to make a coffee. All the 50 coffee, he taught everybody, laminating it and giving, this is how we should do. Whenever in kitchen is put that. Whenever you want to make coffee, come here, learn this, do it. So even the people after coming, so they have some experience earlier, they have done it earlier, they can read it or remember. The new guys can come and they can go. The old guys can go and support them. So this way, the SOP of coffee will allow the chef to move on to the next and next and next. This is applicable to everywhere. So now you understand how important putting it. SOP is a manual system, manual control system for one to follow, for repeatability. And the repeatability to regain the benefit again and again and again. That is it. Now, today agenda, there are two concepts I'm going to teach you. That is, one is called RACP, reaction, action, corrective action, and preventive action. Number two, PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act, derived, devised by Dr. Denen, the quality guru. And type of controls. When I say I was talking about SOP now for the coffee, like that, what are the other types of controls are there? That's my third point, will be my third point. And standardization will be my fourth point, and change acceptance will be my last point. There are 5 points I'm going to tell you. The first point I'm going to get into RACP. Okay. Reaction, action, corrective action, preventive action. There are 4 actions are there. Reaction, corrective action, preventive action. What are the 4 different things which we should focus a lot, right? I will get into my PowerPoint. Cool. We are here and carefully I made the presentation today, kept all the information on my left so that the Zoom doesn't disturb you. Okay. This is our agenda today. Reaction, action, corrective action, preventive action, PDCA, types of control, standardization, and change acceptance. Very important. Now, imagine I'm going to give a scenario. The first point, reaction, action, that RACP. I'm going to give a scenario. You are sitting in an office or in a room or somewhere sitting. Suddenly, something happens. What happens? Just see this. This happens suddenly. AC blast or something happens, suddenly a big fire. What you will do? As a person, what you will do? I ask this question to many people. Simplest example under these 4 actions. What you will do? Right? People who are listening to me, give an answer to yourself. You're giving a wrong answer. If you say, I'm going to have a fire extinguisher, I'm going to throw water in it. No, you're not going to do any of them. What you're going to do, you're going to run away. That's the first thing, reaction, human tendency. Suddenly there is a fire, everybody get in there. Immediately the next step is, hey, move away, move away, move away. All of us, get away. That is the run away from the place. This is called reaction. Unavoidable. This is what you will do. Right? Okay, now you ran. You are a responsible person. You will not run away completely. You ran away from the place which got, damaged. So you've gone out and you're, wait, next what I'm supposed to do? Immediately, some people who are trained in using the fire extinguishers, they're going and putting out the fire. Somebody put water, somebody put sand, whatever taught to us by the, fire engineers, we are going to do that, right? This is called, next step we are calling on putting out the fire. This is called action. I'm doing action. First thing is a reaction. Now it's an action. Right? Now the fire is put out. Now all of us, out of panic, and we got into a place and said, why did it happen? This is all fine. Why this happened? All this is working. No? Yeah. So now what we do, we call the right people, do a root cause analysis. Because you have a problem. What is the problem? The fire. You don't want the fire, but a fire has happened. So there's a problem. So why that has happened? Do a root cause analysis, right? You have the use of proper instruments and follow certain graphs and all those things. You follow root cause analysis. This is called, and root cause analysis, find the solution and implement it. So the problem solved. You solve the problem. This is called corrective root cause, analyze and solution. This is called corrective action. Got it? Now you know reaction, action, corrective action. What is the preventive action? Okay. Now this has been next. I'm going to a next step where a new place is being constructed, or in your office, the upstairs is being constructed. In your house, the next room is getting constructed. You have the experience. You know what will happen when the wires are wrong. This has given you certain lessons. So you have that. Now, when you go back, whenever you're doing something new, a new construction is happening, right? So what we can see is what you do is during the construction, laying proper electricity. Whatever problem happened, that's there in my mind. I'm going to put it very neatly. This is called preventive action, so that you are preventing some damage to happen. Doing an action immediately is called reaction. Doing the activity to bring the situation under control is called action. Doing a root cause analysis, why that has happened, and solving the problem. Once the damage has happened, after that, what you're doing is corrective action, and preventive action is one. Before even it happens anything, you are taking preventive measures. Preventive, sometimes we call preventive maintenance, preventive measures, preventive maintenance. So to do all these things, very importantly, you need certain SOP, guidelines, everything. If it is AC, check this. Right? If it is a fridge, check this. This electrical system, check this. Now for everything, this is only an example of electrical. You can take it any system for the matter, mechanical system, electronic system, your anything for the matter, so that the past experiences, if this particular incident, nobody is documented, nobody did anything, what happened, where you will go? So if there is some guidelines are available, so you take that. This is called feed forward. Generally, when problem happens, afterward you give his feedback. This is somebody is feeding forward, upfront to you, saying that these are the problem can happen or happen in the past. This is a solution we have taken, and better you take preventive action. So this is called action, reaction, action, corrective action, and preventive action. Got it? Now, this is one you keep it always. I know some people get confused between reaction and preventive action. These four are four different. Done? Now, this is one key important point why we need to have systems in place. If systems are not there, again you will be getting into the corrective action mode, and again you will be teaching only coffee. You cannot go away. This is one. The second topic today is PDCA. This is preventive action. PDCA, right? What is PDCA? Plan, Do, Check, Act, right? This has been devised by Dr. Deming. This is called PDCA wheel or Deming wheel. Deming is one of the great American quality guru, right? Most of his time is spent in Japan, and after the great mess up in Japan, this Zuron and Deming are the two quality gurus. They got into Japan, supported the Japanese, right? Now, however, he is a great person, great guru of quality, and written many books, many theories, many concepts. Great person, and with us until 1993. Now, this is called Deming. Plan, Do, Check, Act. What is this? Plan your actions. Right? Now, for our convenience, what I'm saying is we came up to the solution mode now. Now we are going to implement solution. So plan your how. Yesterday I told you how to write. Now how? We are going to implement the solution. So plan your action. Number 2, as per the plan, do it. Third, check. Once you are done it, check whether you have done everything properly. Do not check at the end and scratch your head. Right? Check while doing. I'm doing 1, I'm doing 2, I'm doing. So check it properly and monitor the results. Once you are done it, right? You are done it. Check the results. You are implement the result. Implement the solution, expecting certain results. So monitor the results. Check whether you got the benefit what you are expected. That's called checking. Next is act. What is that? You may get the result what you want. Put control systems. Right? Ensure that move on to the next improvement. If not, why that is I didn't get the benefits, expected benefits, why I didn't get? Do analysis, find the cause, find the solution, do the planning, do the check, do the act, do the planning, do, check, act. Planning, do, check, act. If you are in a office, if you are in a research center, if you are in a school, college, anywhere, whenever you improve a system, whenever you solve a problem, improve a system, what is happening is you are making the situation, better than before, right? Better than before. So always, whenever you improve something, you climb on a ramp. This is what happens. Whenever you improve, you're slowly improving on your improvements. You know, when I say ramp, you have to imagine that, okay, your situation is improved, right? So you are moving up. Right? How we are moving up? Generally, this is what happens with the PDCA. It's moving up. Very good. Now there is one dangerous point. Now you have done this, plan to check out, you have done, it's available. Now you have to go to the next job you have to do now. So where is the wheel now? It is on a slope. It is like this. What you see now, it is like this. Now so far what you are doing, you are holding it because you are the project manager. You are pushing and holding it done. Now you have two choices: hold for your life, hold the cycle all the time for your life, or take your hands out, move to next point. If you take your hands out, move, what happened to the wheel? What will happen is goes back. Where? To this point? No, it has an inertia, right? When it goes down, it gets inertia. It goes down further. The situation will become even worse than before. If you take your hands out. If you hold, you can't do anything else. Oh my God, what I am going to do? Now, you better fly away from this place, right? Put a wedge, right? Put a wedge so that the wheel stops there. Put a proper wedge, the angle of the wedge, the size of the wedge, right? You know, engineering, it has to take care of the wheel, not to go back. So put the wedge properly, right? Understand? Now you're done with that. Now you're not holding it anymore. You're not dropping it. You're happy. I've done something. I improved the situation from somewhere to somewhere. I put a wedge and I am moving out to my next project or next improvement. Is it a good situation? Isn't it? Now this wedge is called control systems. Whenever you improve a project, whenever you get a results, when you run, you have to create a control system, put it there and move away. Put the next one, next. This gives you two help. This gives you two. Or it is allow you to move away. This also helps the next, your followers, other people can read and use it. In other words, if the people done this before, if you have created a control system, for you it's going to be very useful. Even in your whatever work you are doing, definitely you will refer certain documents, refer certain experience filed by the other people, right? So I hope from the reaction action, corrective preventive action example, and from this example, you are very clear. Oops.
अरे बाप
The host can mute to Sheetal, please.
I got.
Sheetal, can you switch off, please?
Yeah, thank you. She has to. Thank you. So, what has happened? With these two examples, I think you understood the the importance of control system. Having said this, we will move on to the control system. There are three types of control system. There will be many. Three is enough for the class for you to understand. It always keeps smaller numbers in life. You can follow and you can keep moving. So, next is there are three types of control system. What are they? Automated control system, partially automated control system, completely manual control system. Right? You have a problem, given a solution. If you can automate, right? You are putting a system which is an automated system. Say, for example, access control, right? And the automated system. All put your thumb and keep moving. There is no register. You need not write access control. Whom to allow, whom not to allow. Access control, an example. Like that, if you can make a system for your solution that is completely automated. You can make partially automated. Like you can give, this is called a process control. You can put control on the process so that gives you certain alerts when there is a problem happens. Third is manual, writing SOPs, writing documents, filing them, keeping everything ready so that other can refer. There are 3 possible. Let's see certain examples. Example number 1, automated. What is that? Automated. These are technology-based solutions, runs automatically, as I told you, right? One example is our ATM. Common example, ATM. ATM, money giving machine, anytime money has been automated. There is no need for you to go and stand in the bank, fill a withdrawal slip, token number 742, rush. Already 10 people are there in the counter in front of you for what you don't know. So these are the problems we faced in the earlier days. But today, ATM. So this is the problem has been solved and they're given a fully automated solution. Right? In our example, if you remember yesterday, there is a delay in the on-time delivery of medications we were talking. There are various solutions we have seen. What are the solutions we are seeing? Right? These are the various solutions we have seen. Like, set entry. In these solutions, if you see this one, automated inventory management system is in our example, this is the example of automated, completely automated system. Next is partially automated, or you can call process control based. Design or system provides the prompters to take actions. You are unable to make. See, all the time you cannot automate things 100%. So you made a system such a way that this is while you are given certain inputs to the design of the system. So what happens whenever there is something happens, whenever some problem is going to happen, it indicates you, hey, that's going to problem, take care. Next comes in, you have to take manually, you have to take care of it. Isn't it? So one example, common example, alert in vehicles. Go and sit, don't wear the seat belt, right? Sit, immediately it blinks, wear seat belt. Now it gives you alarm. It tells you better you wear seat. So immediately, oh, okay, I forgot. Oh, you wear the seat belt. When you drive bike, the petrol says it's getting into reserve. It is kind of the earlier version of bikes, it will get so you have to change the knob to reserve, which means I am alerting you, you can go another few kilometers. Better fill the petrol. So this is a partial control. Right? So this is giving an alert and you have to act on it. If you don't act, you get into trouble. Don't wear seat belt, problem. Don't put petrol on time, problem. Right? So partial control is called, the partial automated is also called process control solutions, process control control systems. These are the examples. In our example, exercise yesterday, out of the 9, we said implement minimum order level system. Meaning, one of the problem was equipment. Of the time, there is a shortage of equipment. So what we said was, okay, you have a minimum order level system, which will tell you the moment I say, yeah, you need a particular equipment, say in 100 in numbers. The moment it goes to 10, it alerts you. Only 10, you make order. You will call the supplier, tell you get that equipment immediately. It indicates you. You have to take action. The rest is manual. This is the example of partial automated or process control. Third thing is manual, right? Again, whenever you are working, due to one or the other reasons, maybe based on technologies limitations or resource limitations, you may not be able to have both automated or semi-automated. This time, manual is in your hand, you will be able to do. So certain things you can do. Example, complete manual control, railway reservation rules. Right? They will only get a pen. See, there also there is a standard format is available, but you have to fill everything and you are giving. Of course, today you are getting into online, there also you have to sit and fill it. Or similarly, there are various forms and other things available, which is what you have to do manually. In our example, right, set entry call. We said we are getting the pharmacists or inexperienced pharmacists making delay. So we said, okay, we will not take everybody into the job to do the task. We will do a entry level test. We'll certify them. We'll take them. So for this, you need to create a roles and response. What roles they are going to play. you're going to create a job guidelines and create certain instructions so that they get trained, and whatever you want to train, everything is in a format, which is a manual. So you understand the importance of the control systems. I told you 2 examples for you to do more work, and for others to use your results, and you can use the others' result. So the control systems are very, very important, and very mainly to have a preventive maintenance or preventive control. This is control system important, automated, process control, and manual. I give examples. Now, I'm doing all these things, but what is very, very important, whenever you are in a group, whatever group you are in, and you are putting a control system, standardization is very, very important, right? The language you speak, right? That terminology you use, whatever you're saying, which should be, understandable by everybody. So you have to be very, that's called standardization. Standardize, whenever you are doing something standard, if you put a question to me, oh, fine, sir, I will do standardization. Now, what are things I should take care of? Right? Should take care of 5 points. What are those 5 points? Must be clear, specific, not prone to different interpretations. And your standard should be very clear. This is what you are supposed to do. This is what you should do. It should be, there is no, it's very crystal clear. The words, the nomenclatures you are using, the English, whatever the language you use, what is the language, the nomenclatures and the steps and the objects you are pointing out and the process steps you are talking about, everything should be clear, specific. Importantly, not prone to different interpretations. You are whatever you are doing. If I read from Chennai, somebody reads from Kolkata, somebody reads from Kashmir or from Ladakh, anywhere, or anybody from America, Africa, people have to read it the same way. Example, you have a skeleton, that head of a skeleton with 2 crossmouth lines, a skeleton like this. What do you remember? They put this and put in the, mostly in the electric boxes. What do you remember? It says danger. If you put this and put a head on it, it is a symbol of danger. Whichever corner of world you go, is the same meaning. That is the height of example for a standardization. And second point is layout format easy to use. You are putting a format, right? Yesterday I am telling you, you follow this. No, this is follow. I am giving a very complex, data collection. You do action plan, but I am giving a very complex, format. 10 columns, 58 rows. You have to follow. Man, throw it out. Happen to anybody. So the layout and format should be very easy, very simple, easy, understandable to use. Capable of being observed and utilized. Okay, I put the standards and format also easy, but it should be capable of utilized. That's very important. I don't think any example to get for this. And important thing is it should be up to date. Your standards cannot be 10 years old. Your standard has to be up to date and still practicable. I put a standard, this is applicable for 10 years back, not today. Well, what is standard it is? What is the system it is? So the system what I am putting, it's up to date and practicable. If not, sometimes possible, if not, I am putting a standard such a way that it is ready. We can abolish that, we can modify that, we can revise that. Standard is not, you are not right in stone, right? You are not making a sculpture so that this cannot be changed. No, this is only you are making a system using it. When there is some updates are happening, some changes are happening, if you want to update or modify or abolish, it should be given way. But have precautions, have thought about it, give a good thought before doing any of it. Got it? So I am done with the whole. The last point for today, very important. All of you will face this problem. All of you. What is that? Hey, you know what? I put my effort, time, cost, blood, everything. The team has done all. Now we found something, a beautiful system we come up with. We found some innovation. We found some very good thing we have with us. But the world is not accepting it. Forget about world. The people in my own office is not accepted. People in the same group have little different thought. I have 100, 10 of us, 5 of us formed together a team and made this and got this done. But in my own team, other 10 people, they have some, inhibitions to follow this. If you ask me, is this new? No. This is common. This is general. If this is not happening, you should think why this is not happening. That is how the people are. That is everybody, even you also. Right? The only change without question we all adopted is COVID-19 situation. Lockdown, be at home, we are at home, we don't have a choice. Because there's a life threatening. Otherwise, for all the changes, if other gives us system, we ask questions. So that this is pretty common. So what I'm supposed to do? Definitely you'll be able to make them accept your change. Right? Change is inevitable. Right? Definitely, you have to, how you are going to make your results, how you are going to make your innovations, creativity, or your project, how you are going to, make it, share it with others, how you are going to do. There is a formula. Oh, for this also you have a formula? Yes, there is a formula for this. This is a kind of a philosophical formula. What is that formula all about? The formula is A square I. A square I. That's a formula. What is A square I? Awareness, acceptance, involvement. Okay. I'll give one more liner of that. Create awareness. What this is a to make the, if you make the A square I, your job is done. People will follow. People will follow yoga to kill their diabetes for sure. So people will follow your innovations. Anybody, any field, you're in whichever area you are in, whatever innovation, whatever thing you are in, if the results are good, people will follow, have to follow. Right? So the first thing is to create awareness. Publish appropriate and adequate data. Appropriate and adequate. The right data, the right amount. Not giving 1 day, 2 days, no, right amount of data or for right period, the appropriate data. You have to publish time and again, time and again. This is this. If you do, this will happen. This is the proof. This is the proof. This is the proof. Right? Tirelessly. To get acceptance. Right? You are awareness. So people, okay, these people are talking about something. What is it all about? Should I accept this or not? When the awareness will make them to think about what you are telling. So that time you have to facilitate and create opportunities to use those benefits, to use those results. Create and facilitate opportunities. Do not give up. Do not give up. You put your heart and soul to that project. The results you have gotten, and you first of all you believe the results are good. The moment you got the confidence, my results, I know it works, and I have data to support. We believe in God, rest is data. I have appropriate and adequate data, and I'm creating opportunities for people to use. Now what happens is, you sit and see the taste of benefits. People started tasting the benefits, the results what you are giving, it generates involvement automatically. You sit, see, win for sure. A square I works and worked for me. More than 180 projects I've done. Most of the projects, the results are work. People accepted. Initially, they have not accepted. Later, they have accepted. The formula used is awareness, acceptance, and involvement. Finally, when you are finished the project, without fail, you're putting control system. After putting the control system, there's something called a dashboard. You should create a dashboard. Right? When you're driving a car, you should know at what speed you are going, what's the petrol level, what's the cool level of the inside cool level, everything you want to know, the dashboard tells you. Imagine if you don't have a dashboard in a car, you are driving, what will happen? Blindly. Same thing, without a dashboard, to do, we're done with the project, there is no dashboard, right? I mean, you are left the project, you put control system, but still you left the project in dark, rather blind, like a dashboard-less car. So what you should do, create a dashboard, this project, results of the project, contradicting factors of the project, right? I have done this. So this is the result. We have received the results. And since I got the result, I have suspected there are other things can get tampered or, it can get, get an adverse effect. So I am monitoring that also. So do not worry, because my results give you the goodness. And at the same time, this doesn't have any adverse effect on any other, these 2 points, right? So those, your results and 1 or 2 serious contradicting factors which people are worried about, keep that and monitor and tell people, right, this is what I am driving my car very happily on the highways. I know what's happening around me. How to do the dashboard, how I should monitor this. You can do graphs, line chart, bar chart, pie chart, you can do graph. You can have control charts that very beautifully tell you, as I told you, your heart performance, ECG tells your project performance, your control chart will tell. So identify what is the type of data and use a control chart. And you can always have customer satisfaction survey, because when you deliver something, it's going to be useful to somebody, right? Definitely, for all of us have a customer, one or more or client. So always talk to the clients, understand you are using this product, this is the result you are getting, are you okay, what is your, so take the feedback all the time, that give you good and bad. Good, enjoy it, bad, do analysis. So today, the last day, so I kind of explained you the importance of the control system and various control systems and the dashboard, and importantly, how to make people accept your business. So I have one very last point to share. My experience. When I say last point for this session, right? I have talked actually, and I try to come many more sessions. Now for this 4-day session, and this is my one point, what I'm telling you, and my request to you is, you gained some knowledge, right? Try to apply it. Right? If you don't get opportunities immediately, right, share with others. Talk to some people. Share at least whatever. If you in the 4 days, you learned 2 things. You learned one thing, right? Share with one more person. That stays with you. So the last point, what I want to tell you is, knowledge stored vanishes. Knowledge shared multiplies. Right? Thank you so much. I'm very happy that God gave me this opportunity to share whatever little things I know with all of you. Thank you so much. Over to Dr. Akshay.
Thank you. We thank you for being here for all the 4 days, and beautifully put, knowledge stored vanishes, knowledge shared it multiplies. And it's been shared again and again on the Facebook, provides us a very good platform to share the knowledge. And the knowledge is recorded in the form of so many videos. 4 videos are available, 6 to 6:30 in the last 3 preceding days, and today was the 4th day. And so one of the question, I'll just go to the Facebook viewers who have questions and comments. It's a very beautiful illustration in a nutshell of handling the common things in life by using Six Sigma method in corporate sectors, project management organization, and even in a day-to-day personal life to survive and sustain with intelligence. It's a mind-blowing session. There is no scope left to pose a question. Amazing and wonderful sharing in all 4 days workshop. I am speechless. Thanks a lot, sir. That was one of your very good comments. Speaks volumes.
I'm happy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the word.
Thank you. And we resonate this thought on behalf of the Yoga Scholar viewers and audience and everybody. A lot of people kept going, and I hope they shared and the knowledge multiplies. So we have some people here on the panel. Do you want to ask any question? Because he described how to sustain the solution and to how to continue auditing it different time, how to document it, publish it, and so that the data is available. And when you start on a new thing, you standardize it with using a unique language, which is not unique, but rather universal language.
Universal.
universal language, which everybody can understand across the world. He gave a very good idea of the symbol danger. Everybody knows where to stop. So it's similarly a standard operating procedure which everybody can read and emulate. So there is another comment. I have not come across a better trainer, period. That's a compliment for you. And we hope that
Thank
you
you so
will
much.
continue to be with us and also continue sharing your knowledge. I know you are very busy and people keep inviting you, and you are particularly in the online times when there are more commitments. And if you can spare more time later, reconnect us with us and give us more concepts, it will be even wonderful.
That will
Prashant,
be my privilege, sir. That will be my privilege.
thank you. It will be our privilege.
I have to say one thing before we're closing the session. You have any more questions, or we are going to close now?
Let me see if any of Kalyan or Pooja wants to, I think.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a simple question that once that we are in our lab that we are doing experiments, and if for one experiment protocol is already standardized, do we need to standardize that again because there may be a difference in doing of that one people is doing it other way and another people is doing it other way, so there is a need of standardizing the same experiment again and again while the similar sorry different persons are doing the same experiment. Can is it possible to have error if they are doing the same experiment with the same SOP, or is it okay to do this?
So in a pre-standardized procedure, does that need to be updated? I think you already.
No, I have I have answers. I think I told you, if you are, there are only 2 points, right? When things are when you have SOP, when 10 different people are using it, they have to do the same thing. There is no, so if not, there are only two possibilities. Possibility number one, the SOP is wrong. Possibility two, people are not following it wrong. As far as your question, answer to your question, if your SOP, right, if should I need to revisit, should I need to change it? Definitely understand what you want today, understand when the SOP is created, right? Is there any update, any changes happen? If required, my last point, do not hesitate to revise or modify it to need to fulfill current dates. You can always modify the SOP. And if it is clear and not prone to different, like the danger symbol, if not prone to difference of understanding, people will follow the same thing.
But you did mention that one should also update it.
Yes, up to date, it has to be updated. Otherwise, standard, no, it is standard, but standard of 1990, not today.
And then we can assign edition 1, edition 2, edition 3.
You can always, okay, you can say, you can always amend it.
I hope you were satisfied with that answer, Pooja.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question from anyone else?
Sir, at least how much before standardized SOP we can use, like 1 year or 2 year? It is standardized 2 years before we can use?
You can, the time limit, there is no time limit for the standards as far as there is no change, right? As far as the standard is practicable today. This is, this is suiting current needs, you can use. There is standards doesn't have any expiry.
So,
okay.
As far as it is meeting current needs, I have a standard written in 3 years back, 2 years back, but the same standard, like the same question Pooja was asking, I have a standard, but multiple people are doing differently, different people are doing it, experiments in a different way, which means there may be a problem in the standard, but people are not understanding the standard the same way. So it requires a revise. So as far as all of us understanding and it factors the current need, taking care of the current needs, there is no expiry for it.
Also commensurate with the established practices. For example, if it uses chemicals of certain kind and if they have become obsolete, we may have to change that. Or some equipment's new advanced.
It has to be up to date.
Correct. Prashant, do you also have any urge to ask, or shall we?
No, sir.
Well, I think this was more of a you kept everybody enraptured and everybody was just there enjoying every word that you spoke. And that brings us close to this beautiful workshop, Big Q workshop on Six Sigma. We were exposed to the flavors of Six Sigma on how to structure our thoughts processes into processes and auditability and standardization and root cause identification, then providing analytical tools, and then going on to further solve the problem, troubleshoot it. You gave us some checkered graphs, some nice self-evaluation tools, and then also how to sustain the solution. I really like the very nice diagram illustration of that wheel going down the slope, and then you put it very nicely, and good imagine it, very good impression it has given to us. So we'll remember that. And it's another last comment, an eye-opening approach towards all dimensions of life. So this is, people are taking it as more of a life changing and game changing deliberations last 4 days. So I think we are a great treat. And before we say goodbye to you, Sethuramanji, we invite you to follow our page so you are connected with us. We do not even tell our guests. I just thought I should at least tell this to you, because September 5, which is the Teachers' Day, we are doing one of our most involving and engaging program on this at 12 o'clock on the September 5th. You know, it's a Teachers' Day celebrated.
Yes. My last point is about that. I said I need 1 minute for that. That's about that.
All right, then I'll give you last minute to speak. And before that, I'll just tell the audience that this is going to be a program where we will have experts, the best in the sports, Mr. Gopi Chand, the Padma Vibhushan and badminton coach and former All England badminton player and winner. Then we will have Dr. N.K. Mehra, who's a top immunologist, former Dean, All India Institute of Medical Science in New Delhi. And then we have Dr. Atul Padnekar, who is one of the acclaimed and well acknowledged yoga psychologists. The kids, before they come and say Happy Teachers' Day, we encourage them to come and ask questions about immunology, about COVID, about vaccine, about what they are going through in their homes, not able to go out to playgrounds, to gyms, not to be able to go to schools. Ask those questions to these experts live, directly, and they have agreed to be with us. These are real experts. We've already got 45 schools have already responded. Many students have already given questions. 9 students have given questions. Some of these students have given five questions each. So today in the night we will be screening, and although they will be welcome to ask spontaneous questions, and people across the country have responded. You are all, your kids, your students, please encourage them to ask questions. 12 to 1 p.m. Don't forget the date, September 5. And also what they are going through in the home, if they can vent out through yoga intervention, we'll be having a yoga psychologist. The chief guest will be Dr. Jaideep Arya, who is Haryana Yoga Council chairman, also the Yoga Certification Board of Ministry of Ayush. He's one of the board members. So Sethuramanji, you also join us. We'll be privileged if you would reconnect again. Yeah, now final word to you for a final message.
Yes, this is more of my personal message. So I said 2 minutes, max I will take 5 minutes, because I want to tell a small story and close it off. Very small story and close it off. Life, one of the important things is learning. The topmost thing is sharing. There was a priest in a village. Okay, and everybody in that village treat him as a god and go to him for anything and everything. And he tells, do this, do this. So he was, is almost, he is the person in that village. Now what happened? A day, one more priest, right? He come to that village. He just came. So people went to him. And what happened after that? People from across next villages, everybody started going to the new priest. Everybody going there and talking very good about it. So our world priest got, as usual, little trouble. I can preach, I can always teach others, not me. That's the problem all of us have. So this man has certain trouble. And what happened? Why everybody is going to him? So he said, let me go and check what big deal these guys. He went to that. He went and sat. Hey, everybody told you are a so great guy. What great about you, man? Everybody is coming to you. I want to understand what is so great about it. A slam. So our new guy with a humbly, he said, okay. He kept, I'm going to close my story is going to be over. He kept one glass, right? right? Now, almost water, no? 3/4 of them filled with water. He gave him another glass of water. He said, can you pour on that? What? Can you pour on that? I'm asking you what is okay. Can you pour on that, please? He started pouring. It's filled. The glass is filled. Can you pour on that? He said, oh, how can I pour? No, can you pour on that? You're an idiot or what? Okay, pour, everything will go away. It will become waste. What do you mean to do? Yes, sir. Your brain is like that today. Your brain is filled. Your top is filled. So whatever I'm going to tell, that's not go to inside, it's going to get spilled out. Kindly go back, shake your heads, throw some water out of your brain, have some empty space, come back to me, I'll teach you. Moral of the story, whenever you're going for a learning session, somebody teaching you something, do not get into it. I know this. No. You always think that this guy is going to tell something new to me. So learn always. Keep your tumbler empty most of the time. Whenever you are trying to learn, and always learn and share. Right? The knowledge stored vanishes, knowledge shared multiplies. So definitely, I want to thank Dr. Akshay in this platform, and definitely a special thanks to my good friend Sundarajan, who was a facilitator, was a catalyst, who was a facilitator for me to come here to meet all of you. Thank you, Mr. Sundarajan.
Thank you, Sundarajanji. And this is a great message. And what basically Sethuramanji said is to unthink ourselves so that our brains are a little empty to take new knowledge, new comment. We have to be scientific so that we do not have one bias towards one and negatively or positively. So thank you, Sundarajanji.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
My thanks continued definitely. Obviously, my first thanks are to the God, to my family, and to my parents. Right, it's obvious there. But however, definitely, if in this session, right, I was basically a programmer and I was, operations manager. There is a trend. There is a change. Some people gave me some change to become a quality person and what I'm doing today. So definitely, I learned from my boss, from my colleagues, from my subordinates. So in this juncture, I thank all my teachers, right, who taught me everything. And definitely, I have taken a lot of their concepts and used it today. If I need to give a special thanks to one of my teachers, Mr. Venugopal Raman. He is my guru for this Six Sigma. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good evening.
Bye-bye.